Have you ever felt that conflict within yourself that you aren't living the life God called you to live? You're overwhelmed, full of worry, and constantly walking on eggshells around a friend or maybe a loved one. You fall into the trap of living someone else's life and not living the truth that God has placed in you. Do you find yourself bending your Christ-centered opinions to be more accepted? If this is you, you might be a people pleaser.
Well, that sounds
Ouch.
really,
Don't
like
that.
Like me?
That last thing you said, bending the truth.
Yeah.
I think that is unfortunately what a lot of churches are falling into right now.
Yeah.
Is bending the truth to fit,
Yeah.
to please,
to be accepted.
Yeah.
to be
Yes.
accepted, because they know there will be a mass exodus if they don't.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be, if you look at all of the examples in the Bible we mentioned earlier, Paul and Silas, Peter, Joe, I mean, you name it, David, none of these people just waited for you to kind of guess whether they're you should be, if you have a platform or you have, you do have a platform, even in your home could be your platform.
Yeah.
But you should be vocal, and you should not be afraid, and you should be, people should know where you stand. And I think that that's a really hard thing. People don't like that to be said to them, because it's like, well, no, I'm just going to not talk about. No, we're living in the last hour.
Yeah.
You have to speak up, and you're going to have to make a stand for Christ if you want him to continue to pour out favor on you and to give you that fire.
With a lot of the big issues that are popping up culturally right now, Bible is black and white.
Yeah.
It is.
There is
I mean, how many
no-
times have we
Yeah.
said that on this?
Yeah, there is no uncertainty. So going back to what you said about knowing, not only knowing who you are, but knowing the Word of God.
Yeah.
Because if you're unsure, look for it. Because again, so many of these issues are there. They're black and white, and you can't. There's no way around it.
We weren't put on this earth to have a whole bunch of people that like us, to have a whole bunch of people that think we're great and agree with us and think we're all love and we're all good. You know, you can still be a loving, kind person and stand for biblical truth.
Yeah, and you're right. God has a plan and a purpose for every single one of us. And so you don't need to be looking around at what everyone else is doing. Do what God has called you to do. And I feel like, especially as mothers, sometimes it can feel like we're hidden. You know, we're not like out in the forefront or anything like that, but that's okay. Your babies are your ministry. Like my husband's in full-time ministry, but my babies are my first ministry before I can minister to anyone at my church, my kids. And that is sometimes hidden from everyone. It's an unseen thing, but it is a powerful thing. So especially if you're a mother, those babies are your ministry. You don't need to be looking at what anyone else is doing. It's the people behind the scenes that make a huge impact.
Our purpose isn't to just,
Please people.
please people, have a posse. Like
yeah,
we have a God
Yeah.
to please, and it will, if we are obedient to His promptings, it will always be worth it. And if you lose friends, if you lose family, even, God will come through for you.
Yeah.
You ever see those people with the tattoos like, I fear no man, like don't fear
You saw
man,
mine.
like
My back tattoo.
that one. But like, seriously, living your life in fear of what other people will think of you will cripple you.
Yeah, it's true.
But living your life to please God will free you.
Yeah.
Like, it will give you so much freedom. It may be sad at times. You may lose people. You may even lose family members.
Say it.
I mean, but there is so much freedom in obedience. There is so much freedom when we follow the Lord.